It got really cold over these past days and we even had a bit of snow. But I'm actually not that mad about it because my symptoms are flaring and I need to pace myself a bit more. I might have overdone it a bit these past weeks. But today I do feel a bit better than yesterday, and I actually finished the front panel of the summer poncho that I'm knitting. I'm following Ava Paula's instructions for this. She made an Instagram post where she has all of the stitch counts and measurements, and I also got a yarn that she suggested. It's this very beautiful green, like bright olive green color, and it is a linen viscose and cotton blend, I think. I actually used some techniques to stop the cast on edge from rolling up. So this is the cast on edge, and if it does still like roll a bit, but I think that'll fix itself with steam blocking it. And I'm not really good at explaining what I've done here, so I'm going to show it with the second panel that I knit. And I did the same technique with the cast off edge. And I don't know if that's a thing, but it does work. And also for the other sides, like these edges here, if you go from the purl to the knit side, it's going to be a quite neat change if you do one stitch at the end that you like knit in on the other side. I don't know if I can explain that very well, but bear with me. And that's going to be pretty neat because the amount of yarn you'll need for that change to the other side is very small, so it will straighten out. From the knit to the purl side, it's quite different because you need more yarn to do that and it won't straighten out. So you will get some loops of yarn on this side. It doesn't look as good as the other side. So what I've done is I took a crochet hook and kind of crocheted all of these loops into each other until I reached the top. So that created one last stitch on the edge that I could then just cast off with all the other stitches, and it made it look so much neater. I will show all of these techniques. These are just minor adjustments, but they make a bit of a difference, and I really like these perfecting techniques. It also makes it a bit more exciting because this is just like a stockinette stitch panel. There's nothing happening. Yeah, I'm going to cast on the second panel and keep on knitting. There is a truck parked right outside of my apartment right now, and it's very loud, and my tiny microphone just died. So you just cast on normally with the long tail cast on. The first row you knit is a purl row, then you knit a knit row and another purl row. So now what I'm going to do is I will pick up the stitch from 2 rows below, put it on the needle and knit it together with the stitch that is already on the needle. The first stitch is like a edge stitch. I don't really know what that's called in English, but I will knit that one normally. And now you have the row below the stitch on the needle and then 1 row below, and I'll take that stitch, put it on the needle and knit them together. I'm back in winter mode with a hat and my winter jacket. It's really cold. I think we have like 2 or 3 degrees right now, and it's raining and snowing all the time. Fortunately, it doesn't stick on the ground, so it's very interesting. I tried some kind of nail design. I am not sure whether I like it or not. Maybe it's a bit too much for me, but it's kind of pretty. Also, my health is still a bit wonky and I still need to rest. Yesterday I felt a bit better and I immediately took the chance to leave the house, which wasn't the most intelligent thing to do because now I feel bad again. But well, that's just how life with a chronic illness works, I guess. But I got a few things at the thrift store. This tiny little piece of glass, I guess it is a vase. I will probably use it as a vase. It's just the cutest little tiny thing. It's brown glass. It's what I love. So then I found 2 of these glasses. They are these kind of tumbler glasses, quite big and quite sturdy with a thick bottom and in this wobbly, irregular texture. I have no idea where they're from because they don't have any markings at the bottom, but I was actually looking for kind of tumbler glasses to use for my matcha in the summer with some ice in it, and I think they are really cool. They look great. Then I got 2 of these socks or stockings. I don't really know what that is. They're up to the knee and transparent, like half transparent. They are 20 den. So I think they look really cool and they were 50 cents each. So I have 4 pairs of these socks for €1, which is great. And then I also got 2 pairs of these tights. They are also black and they have a lace for a waistband, which I think is really pretty. I haven't tried them on, of course, but I really like buying vintage tights because I think they are better quality and also they are very cheap. I think each of these ones cost me €1. They are produits Swiss, so I guess they are good quality. Then I got a new belt with silver hardware and just black leather. Very simple, very minimalistic, but I wanted to have like a smaller belt because most of the ones that I have are a bit wider. I need to punch a few more holes in this because it's too wide for me right now, but that is not an issue. I do have one of these leather hole punch things. And the only other clothing item I got was this pair of pants. They are 100% linen, very wide-legged, and they have these funky pockets. I'm a bit unsure about them because they're not really functional. They're too far away for my hands, so they're too low for my hands to put them in, but I need to see how I can style them. What I'm imagining is that they give off this kind of vintage Japanese menswear vibe, so maybe I can do something with that. So for everything I paid €13, so that is kind of a steal. Then I also went into a secondhand bookstore. They give their books away for free, so I didn't pay anything. Usually I will take my time, look at every single book in there, and it's kind of huge, but I wasn't feeling well. And at this point I had some issues with standing, so, and also with these type of stores, you have to, if you want to look at the books at the lowest shelf, you have to like sit down, then you get up again, and I'll get really dizzy from doing that. So I just went straight to the English books and just browsed through there, and I found 3. So I got The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie by Muriel Spark. This is such a pretty cover, and it's very thin. It's from the Penguin Essentials line. I haven't read anything by Muriel Spark. This is going to be exciting. And then I got Salome by Oscar Wilde. I have no idea what this is about, and part of my decision to take it with me was motivated by this really handsome cover. So this looks really nice, and it's just like this very thin magazine type of design, so that's also nice. And then something that sounds very interesting to me is The Shaking Woman, or A History of My Nerves by Siri Hustvedt. I am not sure if I pronounced that correctly. It looks like this. This is how you write her. She was married to Paul Auster, I think. So I have heard good things about this from people suffering from chronic illness like me, but I have also heard negative feedback because she talks a lot about psychoanalysis, and me personally, I am not a big fan of psychoanalysis, but we'll see. This could be very interesting, and I also haven't read anything by her. So these were all of the things I got yesterday. I actually wanted to start sewing again this week, and I already laid out all of my fabrics and made plans, but so far I couldn't really start because of my health. I probably have to rest now because I'm standing up right now, and also I painted my nails, and the smells from the polishes, they are taking me out each and every time. Why isn't there like fragrance-free polish that doesn't smell? That will be great actually, but well.
Bist du ganz krumm? Komm mal her.
Ja, hallo. It is a beautiful morning and I'm feeling a bit better, so I went out on a long morning walk with Venture because she was a bit bored of me just lying in bed and my parents help taking her for walks, of course, but also the weather wasn't really suitable for long fun walks for her. So I don't know if you can see, but my breath is fogging up because it is really cold. It probably looks warm, but it isn't. That's why I'm wearing a scarf on my head, and it is really cold. My hands are also very stiff already. But we currently have a few days that are called Eisheiligen in German. I don't know if there's an equivalent to that in other languages and cultures, but these are a few days in May where it's supposed to get cold again. And with gardening there is this rule that you'll wait for the Eisheiligen to pass before planting your plants in the garden, and I actually waited, and I'm really glad I did because my seedlings are huge, but I still waited for these few days, and I was right because they wouldn't have survived the cold now. And next week it's supposed to get really warm, like summery warm, above 20 degrees, so I will plant my seedlings then, and I'm really looking forward to that. I also have a lot of seeds to sow, so yeah, that's exciting. Martin, kannst du da durch?